Should I get a home inspection before I sell my house? The answer is yes, but we'll go into it in a minute. And we'll also talk about Willow Glen House of the Week, the Luxury Home of the Week, and the 12 County Bay Area Housing Report. Willow Glen House of the Week. Reason why I picked it, first and foremost, it is really close to Lincoln Ave, the main street. It's walking distance. You can walk there and crawl back. 4-bedroom, 4 full bath, 2,500 square feet. Built in 1947, but it's completely rebuilt. Look at this thing. This thing's gorgeous, worth every penny. I know it's crazy because now we're looking at houses that are over $2 million on the average. I just looked at some houses over at a place called Meadowlands yesterday, and it's crazy. Prices are just, they're not going to get any cheaper, guys. The best place to live for the least expensive amount of money is where I live, Blossom Valley. It's not the most expensive. And you'll find it really hard to find houses over $2 million here. That's the great part. Problem is we're so far away from technology and from all the big businesses that you have to commute. The thing, I'm working with buyers that are looking for houses here in Blossom Valley because they don't want to spend $2 million. They don't want to look at houses over there. We're selling their condo and we're moving them to a house over here. In San Jose, anything over $2 million, you have to deal with Measure E. And you can look at my video about that. All right, $2.8888 million listed 18 days ago. And guys, this is a great opportunity. Luxury Home of the Week, Elena Avenue. These are not my listings, by the way. This one's 5-bedroom, 4-bath, 3 half baths, 1.5 acres, and a measly 12,000 square feet. And I think it's 24,000 square feet. The ones are getting up there. They're half the size. There are houses that big. A little bit nicer though too. So $33 million, measly $33 million, because we just pull out the pocketbook at this point. My checkbook, I'll write a check. Once it clears, they can let me know, I'll move in. Beautiful house. Everything about this house. Guys, they have this little thing right here. It looks like it's a TV that comes down. Let's see if that's true. This episode is brought to you by AIDA and this Homebuyers checklist. So this Homebuyers checklist, if you're looking at houses, download this checklist. It helps you walk through houses and you can go through each room and make a quick check of what you like and what you don't like about each room. And it gives you a mental memory stick of what you like about each house and what needs to be worked on and what's in perfect condition. So it's a great little checklist. I created it and my buyers are using it right now. Should you get a home inspection before you sell your house? Yes, for a couple reasons. First reason is you want to make sure that the house is in decent condition. No house is perfect. No house is perfectly level. The floors will never be perfectly level. The walls will never be perfectly square or plumb, but there's maintenance issues that arise. There could be issues with the dishwasher that you don't know, the refrigerator, appliances, electrical, plumbing. It's good to know what you're dealing with, because if you don't get a home inspection, and even if you say this is as is, the buyer has the right and duty to go and investigate that house that they're buying. They're allowed to go and look at what is wrong with the house. And not just a home inspection. You want to get a pest inspection, a roof inspection. If you have a pool, do a pool inspection. If you have issues with the foundation, get the foundation inspection. That way, you're spending about $1,000 in inspections, but they're not coming back to you and saying, hey, guess what? We did the termite inspection, a pest inspection. It's going to cost $30,000. So would you rather spend $1,000 up front, or would you rather spend $30,000 at the back end? Totally up to you. I never force the issue, but if you're going to be cheap, you're going to get hit with it. Understand that. You want to uncover every issue possible, because in real estate, it has to be a completely transparent transaction. Everything about it, including commission now, has to be transparent. The buyer and seller all have to know, as well as the lender and the agents all have to be involved and know every step of the way. Every issue that could be possibly wrong with the house, we have to know about it, because what could happen is they can come back, the buyer can come back later and say, hey, you didn't tell me about this. I want X amount of money, or what have you. Yes, you're going to save money. Believe it or not, you spend money to make money. This is a business, right? And when you're selling $2 million houses, you want to make sure the transaction goes as smoothly as possible. Don't cheap out and not stage and not do inspections, hide stuff from the disclosures, all that stuff. that stuff will come back and bite you in the ass. I can guarantee you that. If you don't do the staging, your house won't sell for as much as what you can possibly get. And it could be up to $5,000. But when you're talking about $2 million, would you rather invest $5,000 and get $100,000 more or $50,000 more? It just makes economic sense. And if you cheap out and you don't do the staging or you don't do inspections, that will come back to you. And yes, marketability. In our area, it's expected to come in with an as is offer, etc. Now, I've heard of deals that go through where there's so many people trying to buy the house that they don't do inspections, they don't do the staging, and it's just a piece of crap house. And they come through and they have 15, 20 offers, and they say, you can do your due diligence up front, but we're not going to give you a penny. Take it or leave it. If you come back to us and say, I want repairs, or I want credit for this, or I want this and that, we'll kick you out of the deal. But when you have one or two offers, you're just not going to be able to play that game. So it's a risk on you. And when we sit down to sell your house, I talk about all these different things that you have to make a choice on. And I know it gets confusing, but I'm here to guide you. I'm not here to tell you what you should do. I give you options. I give you the best option, and I give you the least attainable option, and you make that decision. I'm not going to force you to do it either other way. I'm going to push you towards the right decision, but if you ultimately decide, I don't want to do staging, that's your choice. I don't want to do inspections. And then you come back to you and say, oh, there's a $30,000 credit they're asking for. That's their right to ask for that. So yes, get a home inspection, get a property, a pest, get a roof, get a pool, get a foundation if you need it. All these different things are there to provide disclosure so that you don't have to worry about it. Because unless you're in the trades and you don't know what's wrong with the house, that could come back to bite you. And I see it happen all the time. I changed this up a little bit. The last couple of weeks, I've been just doing the straight numbers. Now I've added the plus or minus from the week before. So week before, we had 215 sales in Santa Clara County. These are single family homes. They're not condos or townhouses or mobile homes or land or businesses. They're single family homes. Good news is, let me show this to you real quick. Remember I told you that in order to have a balanced market, we need to be about 1,000 in San Jose. Is San Jose? Oh, single family homes. Sorry, 484. So we're still a little bit low on that. But guys, we're healthy. We had 200 homes sold in Santa Clara County last week. That's good. We should be about 300, 400 a week just in single family homes, but that's normal. We had $500 million in sales volume last week. The average sales price went up $12,000 last week. We're over $2.2 million average for Santa Clara County for single family houses. It went up 0.10 or 0.1%. List price to sales price ratio is 108. So if you're buying a brand new house, brand new on market, like this one's been on market for 18 days, that's still decent because if you look, average days on market 6. That's not bad. That's Santa Clara. Now you have to look down in the nitty gritty. Willow Glen's a lot less. It's around 9 days on market. So there's something a little bit off on that house. Maybe it's the price. Can't tell you it's the condition because that thing looks beautiful. But at the same time, why is it not selling? Maybe price rates went up. I don't know. Maybe there's just too many houses up for sale. I don't know. We'll see. Last listings year to date is 4,400. And we had 300 new listings come on market last week. But we have 215 sales in a week. Yeah, we need to put about 500 more new listings every week to get the balanced market. And we're not going to have a balanced market until corporations, investors, et cetera, get out of the market, the Airbnbs, et cetera. From mom and pops all the way up to BlackRock and Open Door, you need to be able to have a balanced market in order for prices to stabilize and not go up so crazy. I don't know very many people where I live can afford a $2 million house, let alone a $33 million house. So when that happens, just realize it's because there's not supply. There's not enough supply. 400 houses for sale right now in Santa Clara County. That's just not enough. We need 1,800 to 2,000 houses for sale in Santa Clara County to be a balanced market. And right now we're hovering about 1,000. I think last week was 1,100. So housing in Santa Clara County is really tough right now. If If you're going to buy a house in Santa Clara County, we have strategies based on your tolerance level, and we go through that when we do the buyer's consult. Don't be afraid to buy a house, though, because if you don't, that house could be worth $2.5 million next year by the end of the year. That's just my thought. All right, today we talked about Willow Glen House of the Week, Luxury House of the Week. Should you do a home inspection? And the answer is always yes.